Welcome everyone. I'm Rebecca Allen with Climate Healers, and we're at the 21st Vegan Convergence of the Peoples, making big change happen.
Big change, it all starts with us.
Climate Healers presents to you Learning Management Systems for a Vegan World with Alison Hamji, Amit Gambhir, Ray Kowalczyk, and me, Rebecca Allen. The right to education is a foundational human right. The right education is truly what shapes the kind of world we co-create. Our current education system is based on outdated myths and continues to contribute to climate heating. At Climate Healers, our learning management system team, Alison, Amit, Ray, Sailesh, and I, recognized this critical gap and developed courses to address it. In this self-paced program, Dr. Sailesh Rao speaks about what he calls the greatest transformation in human history. He doesn't just present the facts, he speaks to the heart, reminding us why we must ignite purpose and awaken the will to act. With that, I'm honored to hand it over to you, Dr. Sailesh Rao.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. Yes, this course was put together from lectures that I had given as part of a training course on Zoom. And so the team took the videos from the Zoom presentations and turned it into this self-paced course that anyone can take online. So this allows you to, number one, understand the climate healer story, because we are now telling the story of planet B, of how we can heal the planet holistically by healing each one of us internally. So it's making the observation that what the planet is undergoing is like a series of chronic conditions. And every one of those chronic conditions seem to be amenable to a lifestyle change intervention that would solve the problem. Okay? So just like we know that the human healthcare system, 90% of the costs come from 15 chronic conditions that are caused by 8 risky behaviors. So just behavior change can address 90% of the healthcare costs for human beings, which is why we believe that if human beings heal themselves, automatically the planet will also start healing, because it's the same sort of chronic conditions the planet has. So that's the idea behind the course. And it also helps people understand why we belong exactly as we are on this planet. So I would like to we were trying to figure out how to spread that as quickly as possible. And the team came up with this idea of having a self-paced course on LMS to do that. And in addition, there is a course on Bhagavad Gita, which is about identifying how you can participate and why you should participate in this transformation. So that also we're working on. So with that, I'm going to let Amit take over and show you what has been done.
So we'll do a short demonstration. Alison is going to share her screen and give you a walkthrough of the learning management system, and you all can simultaneously try and log in. It is live and ready for you to use. And Alison, you can start.
I get to do show and tell. It's show and tell time. Okay, so before you log in yourself, let me walk you through it. And then when I'm finished, then we can encourage you to go ahead and log in and experience it for yourself. Surprise, surprise. Can you see my screen? This is the Climate Healers webpage. And where do you go to find this? You go to, if you look across the top, the tabs, education. And inside education, you'll find courses. So if you're following me, I'm going to go ahead and click on courses. Here we go. So here you see a page where you're going to be given options. At this point right now, the courses that you have to choose from are the Climate Healers training course, which is also the certification course for climate healers, and the Bhagavad Gita course, which will be launched soon, as you can see there. So I'm going to go back up to the top of this before I log in and let you listen to the orientation here from Dr. Sailesh Rao.
Namaste, everyone. I'm Dr. Sailesh Rao. I'm an environmentalist by occupation and a systems engineer by profession. And as you know, we are going through a climate heating to climate healing infrastructure upgrade on our planet. And I'm going to focus on one of the 7 strategic initiatives of climate healers, that is education. Now, why is education so important? The traditional education system is designed for the climate heating phase. If you now want to get people to the climate healing phase, you need a completely different education system. And this is what we're trying to do with the climate healers courses. Give you the foundation, a remedial education, so to speak, so that you can take the skills that you've learned in the climate heating phase and now apply it to the climate healing phase. There is so much that we have been taught that have turned out to be myths. So education is important for us to transform those myths into the corresponding truths. Because ultimately, healing is about coming into alignment with the truth in every aspect of our life. We have 2 main courses that are now up there. The first is the Climate Healers Certification course. We call it the Greatest Transformation course. In this course, we are going to tell you the climate healers story, what we are doing, going from a climate heating to a climate healing infrastructure upgrade. How do we do that? And the second course is on the Bhagavad Gita from an ecological perspective. And that is to help each one of us find our place in this transformation. Because that's what the Bhagavad Gita does. It tells you how to find your place in any major transformation. So it's been there for thousands of years. So why don't we use that wisdom that's been handed to us by our ancestors? And in future, we will have courses on compassionate food systems and every aspect of the strategic initiatives. So we will have courses on all 7 of them in due course. How do we scale the Climate Healers initiatives? We are launching this e-learning platform so that it's available for people at any time. It is self-paced. It's available for free. And you're welcome to donate to us on our website. And then we want you to go and get all your friends to come and do this, because this transformation from climate heating to climate healing has to be done very urgently. We know that there are several nonlinear feedback loops that are already being triggered. And so we have to get this thing out there as quickly as possible. So what do you get from the courses? You get all the information for the news story, Climate Healers. You also get all the resources that we have collected over the years. And finally, you join a community that helps you belong and to know how you can contribute as we make this transformation happen. Thank you very much.
Okay, very good. So now, if everybody will take just a second and look at the top right of my screen, you're going to see you have a choice of languages. And right now we have English and US English. And I'm going to choose US English, not because it matters much, but there are some words that are spelled differently. And in the future, we may have, hopefully soon, some other languages to choose from. And then in the top right, I'm going to log in. So because I'm already registered, I can just log in, but this is where you will go to register. In just a few minutes, we'll give you the opportunity to do that. Here I go. All right, so I'm in, and this is the course that I am registered for, the Climate Healers Training course, also known as the certification course. And I am just 2% complete. As a matter of fact, we have only just finished putting this course together. So let me walk you through it. Okay, so you can see 2 things here. In the center, you're going to see the actual first, the beginning of the course, known as the general instructions. And on the left, you're going to see the whole menu of what you're going to be invited to expose yourself to in this journey. Let me just scroll down just a little bit. On the left, the general instructions is where we are now. And then you'll see the first session where it says 1, introduction and setting. And the 2 items in green are the ones that I have already done. As you go through and complete the different elements of the first session, they will turn green. So you can see all the different elements of the first session. Some of them are assignments. Some of them are things like quizzes. Some of them are videos. And then, of course, you go on to session 2, session 3, session 4. There are a total of 8 sessions to complete the Climate Healers training course. And there we are at the end. At the 9th session is resources to go forward. So these are movies for you to watch. Some of them you've already seen. Vega, the cow film, Countdown to Year Zero. All of these films, many of them you'll have already seen. In the past, they have been required for certification, many of them. So as you view them, or if you've already viewed them, you can click done and they will turn green. And then at the end, number 10, you'll take a certification test. And then you'll get your certificate. So all of this has been automated. I'm going to go back up to the top so we can see where we are. We're in the general instructions. And now I'd like to play for you the first general instruction video.
Thank you for joining the Climate Healers training course. We hope you find it very useful. It is a course that will help you understand the Climate Healer story, to understand why we have to make this transformation from a climate heating to a climate healing phase, which we consider to be an infrastructure upgrade of our civilization.
Okay, and then here I am in the first day 1. Welcome to day 1. And I'm going to click here on introduction and setting the vision. Welcome to day 1. And again, I'm going to play for you the very first introduction to the course video, just a couple of minutes, so that you can get a feel for what this is like.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here for the Climate Healers training course. I'm going to begin with a short invocation in Sanskrit. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Nityurma Amrutam Gamaya. From untruth, lead us to truth. From darkness, lead us to light. And from mortality, lead us to immortality. The purpose of this training is to help you deliver the Climate Healers story with conviction and with confidence. So I'm going to give you the presentation that I normally make, and I'll go through them slide by slide and go through the science behind it for every slide. Okay, so in that sense, there is a lot of detail underneath every slide that normally I just present the result as opposed to going through the details. But you have to understand the details before you present it. One of the mentors that I respect very much said that before you start presenting to someone, you need to establish credentials as to why they should listen to you. Why would people want to come and listen to you? So that usually comes in the form of, having to send a description of the presentation and a biography. So where you show why people have to come and listen to you. So let me share the document and show you what I mean. This is a title and description and bio that I sent to the UU recently. In the description, I'm saying I'll speak about the work we do at Climate Healers, a nonprofit dedicated towards healing the Earth's climate. So everything we do at Climate Healers is in service of the greatest transformation in human history, to a climate healing civilization based on a sustainable plant-based rewilding economy, from a climate heating civilization based on an unsustainable animal-based consumer economy. This necessary infrastructure upgrade of our climate heating civilization to a climate healing civilization will surely rank greater than the agricultural revolution, the scientific revolution, the industrial revolution, the internet revolution, and indeed even the discovery of fire, or at least the discovery of the spiritual fire within humanity. We are excited to be working on this greatest transformation in human history, and we invite you to join us. Now, this was sent to a spiritual organization, so I included this, the discovery of the spiritual fire. And it was also sent to an organization where people are not vegan. So I didn't use the word vegan at all in the description. When I go through the slides in my presentation, I'm going to bring veganism right away. It's not like I'm going to hide it. Okay? But to entice people to come along and know that they are part of this larger movement, you need to give them a description that lures them in. So that's an example. Okay. In the bio also, I wrote about myself, the founder and executive director of Climate Healers, a nonprofit dedicated towards healing the Earth's climate. He's an environmentalist by occupation and a systems engineer by profession. He invented the protocol for transforming early analog internet connections to more robust digital connections while accelerating their speed tenfold. Still today, any data accessed on the internet likely passed through a device implementing this protocol. So what I'm doing there is establishing my credential as to why should people listen to me? Why should people listen to me? So I have done this before. It's not like you have to show them what you have done before. If you're a certified climate healer, which is what you will become after this training, then you can say that in your bio, and that will establish some credential as to why people should listen to you about climate healers. And also put your other bio in there. So this is just my bio. So then I add, after my technical contribution, I added a bit about why I'm doing what I'm doing now. So I'm a human earth animal liberation activist, husband, dad, and since 2010, a starstruck grandfather. He has promised the world will largely stop harming the animals by 2026. I didn't use the word vegan, but anyone will agree that we need to largely stop harming animals. So it's a sort of neutral way of putting it. He has faith that humanity will transform to keep his pinky promise, not just for ethical reasons, but also out of sheer ecological necessity. He has created a climate bathtub model to help humanity understand the system solution space for reversing climate change and enabling a thriving planet. So the solutions that we are going to talk about also revolve around this climate bathtub model. The climate bathtub model, I'll go through that in detail later during this course, but the climate bathtub model tells us to focus on the killing machine first. And this is why you will see all the activities at Climate Healers, the 7 strategic initiatives and things that we do, are focused on shutting down the killing machine first. So we don't even look at the energy infrastructure to begin with. We're only because that's the burning machine. And the bathtub model is telling us to shut down the burning machine slower. So anyway, this bio is to help people understand why they should listen to you. So what are they going to hear? They need to hear something new, which will entice them to come and listen to you. And then the bio tells them why they should listen to you. And I also talk about the sheer ecological necessity of this transformation.
So now you have a sense of how the program starts. And if you look here on the top right, you'll see once you've completed that first item in the first session, you mark where it says done. Because I had already marked it done, it was marked done, but see, this is what it would look like if you hadn't done it. But because you just watched that video, now you click mark as done, and then it turns green on the left-hand side. I'm gonna slowly go down so you can just see the content for the first session. This is another video. Feasibility of a vegan world. The Oxford Union debate speech. Another video. Read the Oxford Union debate speech. Frequently asked questions. These were questions that came from the Oxford Union address. Here they are. Each of the questions is addressed here. And that's the end of the first session. And there are your assignments for the, oh no, that's going into the second session. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. Assignment 2 for the first session. And check your knowledge for the first session. So that's where you go through a quiz and check and see if you learned everything you need to do. Again, you can see over there, it says to do on the right-hand side, because I haven't done that yet. So once I've done it, I'll click on that and it'll show that I've done it. I'm going to go back up to the top because the team would really like you to hear one more video, the one on feasibility. It's only 3 minutes. I'm going to take another 3 minutes to share one more video with you. Here we go.
Okay. I'm an engineer, and in any engineering project that I've undertaken, I start by looking at whether it's feasible to implement my project or not. When I realize it's feasible to implement my project, in my mind, the project is done. And now I'm working my way backwards from the end goal to understand the steps I need to take to get to that end goal. So when my granddaughter asked me, to create a vegan world by 2026, and she actually posted it on my water cup, by the way, it's right here. We will make the world vegan by 2026. She did that in 2016, but 8 years ago, 7 years ago now. And this is the cup she gave me. And so I said, okay, let's see. Is it possible to create a vegan world by 2026? Well, eat this instead of that, wear this instead of that. It's not that hard. The feasibility is obviously feasible. It can be done. Of course, a lot of things have to change around that. We have to first understand that it's feasible to do this. And then we have to have this vision that it is done. If I have team members who think it cannot be done, they're going to drag me down. I know that. So I have to first convince my team members it is going to be done. Okay, we can easily meet this schedule, right? That we can accomplish this. So then when you have a team of engineers, a team of people who truly believe it can be done, they give their everything to make it happen. This is how human beings work together. Okay? And engineering projects are human beings working together to accomplish an objective. I just did a 10-minute speech at the Oxford Union for a debate on this house would go vegan. Okay, so there was a debate on November 30th. And I had to distill everything down to just 10 minutes. So I put all the facts that show why it makes absolute sense to go vegan today. Why it makes zero sense to be clinging to the upper deck of the Titanic, okay, when there is plenty of vegan lifeboats around. That's the vision I have, right? People are clinging to the upper deck of the Titanic, saying we will never let go of this, when There are plenty of vegan lifeboats. So people could be getting on the lifeboats and steering to safety. You know where the Titanic is going, right? You know it's going downhill. It's going to go down into the water. Okay, so why would you keep clinging to it? And why would you try to climb up to the upper deck of the Titanic when there are lifeboats down there? So that's the impression I wanted to convey in my speech. And I think we accomplished it. There are 4 speakers on the for the proposition and 4 speakers on the opposition. I'll put the link to the YouTube playlist with all the speeches. But I have posted the text for my speech along with all the references for the facts that I've used so that anyone can go check that what I'm saying is true. So let me just go through that a bit, and then we'll start with the presentation.
Okay, and that leads you on to your next session.
So when the participants have gone through all the videos, gone through the presentation, they will be 100% prepared to answer the questions that they may face when they are out and doing a presentation.
So it's not all multiple choice. You have to actually do some writing and submit
Yeah.
your writing, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
Okay.
before you leave that page, I would say let's read a couple of them so you know. Like number 1, vegan meals are not satiating. Vegan foods lack protein. So they're things you can answer. Thank you.
So that gives you an idea. That's one of the courses. The Bhagavad Gita is under construction, and there will be many other courses to come, particularly covering the 7 strategic actions, including rewilding, for instance, that we covered in the last convergence. All of the different strategic actions that we're working on.
So on the top right, you can see a login button.
It has 2 options for you, the Google login and the LinkedIn. So that makes it quick and easy, and you don't have to worry about passwords.
If you don't have any of those, there's another button where you can fill up a little form, type in your name, your email address, and set your password on your own, and you'll be inside the course.
Right now, we're handling technical questions, anyone who has technical questions about registering. And then afterward, we'll receive questions about the courses and the online automated system. You know, the general questions about education.
Right. Okay, I've gotten something. I've gotten in, but am told I'm not registered in any course.
So if you don't see yourself as registered, you can come to the home tab, and on the home tab you'll be able to see available courses. In that you can click on Climate Healers training course and it will ask you for an enrollment key.
Are you going to be trying to take this course during our next speakers? I hope not. But you have it there available to you for
Yeah.
when you want to. And we would like feedback on it. Go to climatehealers.org, then go to courses, and you will see it there. And I would say we have quite a few certified climate healers. And you will get a chance to talk with the climate healers, including Dr. Rao, once a month, where you can come on and ask your questions. We hope that the questions are covered, but still, you may want to talk with us. So
On Mondays.
on
Right.
Mondays, right? We haven't picked the days yet, but we're going to do it in the morning and in the evening, so it's easy for both people to get there. Okay, Danny has a question.
Yeah, so is this continuing education and what do I have to do to keep my license?
You don't ask about it right now. Just keep it. Just keep it.
Okay, thanks, guys.
What? Dr. Rao may has other plans. Go ahead, Dr. Rao.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that we are working on courses for all the strategic actions. So the next will be on compassionate food systems. That's action number 2, right? And then we'll be working on the other actions as well. So once that's all done, then I feel complete. I would feel complete,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. Yeah, we need the food one. I see Willow has another question. Go ahead, Willow.
I logged in, Amit, so I'm set.
Yay.
Very great, 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 great. I'm glad I could help you. Yeah.
And so the third class is about food systems.
Yes, that's going to be done in conjunction with the Arihanta Institute.
Yeah.
So we designed the course for them, for Arihanta Institute, but then we are going to break that down and put it in our course as well. So it'll be jointly
Okay,
offered.
okay. And I guess I have a general question about that. That would include food healers and how maybe
Correct.
Sadhana Forest does their food, or just all kinds of food systems, or
It's basically, there is a whole, I have a description of 4 lectures that I have to do.
uh-huh,
And I'm working on the lectures. It's not like it's done,
gotcha.
But I can send you that. I had to do
Oh,
that for the Arihanta Institute.
beautiful, wonderful. And I wonder if you would type in the chat the name of that, because it is hard for
Oh,
the,
sure.
yes,
So
that
we are
would be great.
partnering with a number of other organizations who are also in the business of educating people. So this is Arihanta Institute, is a Jain institute, and they are interested in promoting the Jain philosophy of non-harming. And so they have a number of other courses. So I'm a faculty member there, and I'm teaching about food systems, so systems engineering. And they also want people to be able to take their courses. So if climate healers take their courses, they will donate some money to climate healers also.
Oh,
But
beautiful.
it costs money to take it at Arihanta Institute. Here we are saying, money should not be a barrier to taking these courses. So ours, we are giving it away.
That's amazing. Courses are so expensive, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and I know y'all have spent a lot of time with this.
Right, right.
So it's really a modeling for the world what we need to be doing is serving each other. Thank you, Dr.
So
Rao.
the other institutions are also listed in here. Once you are in the 7 strategic initiatives, you'll find out what those are, and then what are the other education platforms that you could explore. So Arihanta Institute is also listed over here.
Okay.
And I just wanted to show you all one more thing. So climate healers have got regular meetings, and there's a calendar, and that calendar also you can find out if you go to your dashboard section. You'll see the climate healers group calendar, and you can join us for our calls as well. So Movement Monday, or we have a vegan land movement call which is going on. So you can get in touch with us on any of these calls as well, if you think the purpose aligns with your purpose as well. Tammy presented about Calf and Cow Mother's Day, so that call also you can see all those listed in the calendar, and you can save it and add to your personal calendar as well. So it gets added to yours.
The time zone for the calendar is Eastern Standard Time.
But if you subscribe to the calendar, it will automatically translate to your time zone.
Did you say that they have access to so many resources? I mean, your slides, the references to your slides. You have been in here listening to Dr. Rao and you're wondering, where did he get that? I need to tell somebody. So it's in there. Those resources are there. And I think that's a marvelous thing for us to have. And one of the reasons that that even if you don't get certified, if you're doing the course, you have access to them. It's a very valuable course.
So the book, there is a Planet B. I wrote it around the course. So you will notice that it's like a textbook for the course, but it's at a 9th grade level. I try to bring it down to that level so that it's easy for people to understand. And I actually got it tested by a few lay people who don't understand engineering, and they were able to go through it.
Is that the book or the course?
The book, not the course.
Okay.
Yeah, people have to go through the course. Because, I've been talking about, for instance, the fossil fuels putting out sulfur dioxide. I've been talking about this since God knows when. It's there in Carbon Yoga, right? But
Right.
Carbon Yoga was written in 2016, and it's probably at a more of an engineering level. And so not many people read it or understood it. And then I wrote Pinky Promise, which is more at a 5th grade level book. And of course, I didn't go into all these details there. So I wanted something that's in the general population's level. And so that was the idea behind the Planet B book.
Beautiful. Well, thank you all very much. That was wonderful. I'm so glad to be a part of the team. And I know now this is something I can share with other people so that they can take the course. And it'll be easy to say, just go to the Climate Healers page. You know where you signed up for VCOP? Just go there and you'll see it under courses. So I think that's fantastic. Well, thank you everyone very much.
Big change, it all starts with us.